Salwa Bazid is a chemistry lecturer and motivational speaker who speaks for Egyptian women in many Arab and foreign countries. She is an ambassador for the Society of Women Coders and Women Tech Maker. Salwa is a co-organizer at GDG Delta and WTM Delta. She's an English professor and facilitator at I Am Remarkable. Salwa has been interviewed on multiple radio shows, magazines, and local TV channels. She was the only Egyptian woman to speak at the Global Women Tech Conference in 2020. Salwa continues to teach sessions about soft skills locally and globally. So please join me in welcoming Salwa.
Hi, everyone.
All right, let me go ahead and...
First of all, I want to introduce myself. As Francis said, I'm a motivational speaker. But first, before starting to be a motivational speaker, I was only a chemistry teacher because I graduated from Faculty of Education and Science. So my profession was teaching chemistry or science. So first in college, I had a session. They said you have to make a presentation, and it was like so hard for me because I don't know the presentation skills or anything. So that was like my first talk in public, and I got a lot of negative feedbacks. And they said, Salwa, please never hold a mic anymore or speak in any conferences or anywhere. So first, I was so depressed, to be honest, and I felt like this is the end of the world because everyone was laughing at me because I didn't know any presentation skills. I didn't know how to stand, how to talk to the people, how to look, and everything. So I started working on myself and see where are my mistakes, what can I do? And then I started giving sessions to the people who are like me. People face negative feedbacks all the time, and the negative feedback sometimes could destroy you totally. Some people can do like me, start looking what did I do wrong and start working on themselves. There are others that just feel like I'm totally destroyed. I'm not gonna stand anymore. I'm not gonna speak. So I started working on myself a lot, and then I started concentrating on the youth, and especially women in my community. So by the way, I was born in New Jersey, America, but I'm now in Egypt. So in Egypt, women don't have the ability to talk in sessions or events or stuff like that. So I started working on myself and helping the youth and women in my community. So my session today is supposed to be for the students and fresh graduates. It's about navigating the future. So the content that I'm going to talk about is setting your goal, which is very important. Building your resume, start spreading your wings, and learning soft skills and as early as possible. So according to setting your goal, I consider this the most important point that you need to start doing it. Why? Because when you're still a student or a fresh graduate, you feel like frustrated. You don't know what you want to do exactly. I have a lot of hobbies. I can do that, this and that. What can I do exactly? So I have to be specific about my goal. I can't be I have to be concentrated on what I need to do. And about concentrated, I have to also think about the market. I don't pick anything and then I don't have a job. I don't say, for example, I'm in a community that doesn't build airplanes or something like this, and I say, oh, I want to be an engineer and build airplanes. No, I have to be specific and know the community or where I'm living and start setting my goals according to what I love and according to the market as well, so I can gain and get hired in the future. So my goals have to be specific, measurable, and achievable as well, and realistic. We have to be realistic. We don't say oh, this guy he started for example, he started his YouTube channel and after a month he just gained millions of views and he had millions of subscribers. So some people feel frustrated. Why? Because they put their hopes that after a month they're gonna gain 1 million subscribers, and after a month they find themselves they have 10 views and it's their family members. So I have to make it realistic. To be realistic, I'm starting to make good content. I'm gonna start about what do the people need, and I start working on myself. People could you can get a good shot, and then you get famous in no time, and sometimes it takes time. So I have to be realistic and also put time for my goals. Like, for example, I don't leave it open. Like, for example, I want to learn chemistry. I want to learn the basics of chemistry and how to make a chemical equation. So I put myself time. Like, in the end of this day or in the end of this week, I'm going to be able to balance the equations and learn the symbols and so and so. So I have to make a timetable to set my goals. I just don't leave it open, because you're going to say tomorrow, and tomorrow never comes. So I have to make plans and make time for it. The second point I'm talking about is building your resume. So I don't wait until I graduate and start looking for jobs and say, oh, no one wants to hire me because I'm a fresh graduate, I don't have experience. So you're saying you don't have experience. Where do I get the experience from? From the volunteering work. Oh, most of the students say, oh, I'm going to work for free for the people. Okay, in the beginning of your life, you're going to work for free, but you're going to gain experience and skills. You can't gain it with money. So I'm gonna search for volunteering work, but which is gonna be related to my job in the future. I don't just like go to any volunteering work as just like, oh, I worked as a volunteer in this community, and it's not related to my job. So this is not gonna gain experience. I'm not gonna gain any experience. So I have to focus on working in volunteering. Have to be in a company where be as a trainee or something. I work as a trainer somewhere. I go attend events, sessions like this. Like, there's a lot of virtual sessions that I can learn from. Why don't I attend something like this so I can learn and make connections? And this, like, maybe today you know one or two, and after like today they're gonna give you opportunities. They're gonna help you for a scholarship, something like this. So I have to make a lot of connections and start building my resume very early. Start spreading your wings, according to this point, and I consider the best point ever, is that I have to make my connections bigger, grow my connections day after day bigger, and I have to think about the future. I just don't think about today. I was like, I'm gonna, if the day everything happened today, okay, then this is it. No, I have to think about tomorrow. I have to think about my future. So I have to work on this by spreading my wings. I don't say, oh, I'm living here, I have my pocket money from my dad, or I'm just gonna depend on this job. No, I'm working in some place or somewhere. I just don't say, oh, this is my place, this is going to be my routine until my day of death. No, I don't do that. I have to have passion and I want to do something better. Maybe I own my own company one day. You're going to fail. Yeah, you're going to fail a lot of times. But you have to keep going. And failure is not the end of the world. Failure is success, a step closer to success. Because when you fail, you have to learn from it. So next time you're not going to fail in the same thing. You're not going to do the same mistake. So you're going to learn from your mistake. And next time you're not going to fall in the same mistake. You're going to have a new mistake that you're going to learn from. And you're going to be a step closer to your goal. And the fourth point, which is very important, is learning soft skills. So we have a lot of problems that people, when they start communicating, they don't know how to communicate. Sometimes you find people, their faces, they're not smiling, their tone of voice is so low or so high. People so negative or depressed. Sometimes when you're in a meeting with a couple of people or something, you feel like there's a negative energy coming out of them. So you have to work on our soft skills. How do we work on them? We could hear courses, we can take courses or hear videos from YouTube. We can attend sessions like this. We do breakouts, we speak with others, we learn from others, and also the volunteering work. All of this help us to elevate and improve our soft skills. And also there's a lot of things that we can talk. This takes a lot of sessions I do the soft skills in. So to sum up everything now, I consider a quote I love is, education is the passport to the future, for tomorrow belongs to those who prepare for it today. So I don't wait for a job that pays me $100K in a year and I don't work or improve myself. what do you think? What do you expect? How what's gonna happen? Like if you're today, like tomorrow, and you don't improve your skills or anything, then you're going nowhere. So I have to elevate myself. I don't depend only on the subjects of school or wherever I'm studying. No, I have to see what the market has, and every day I improve myself.
Thank you very much, Salwa. Thank you so much. All right, we're going to go ahead and open it up for questions. And you can go ahead and pop those in the chat for Salwa. Alexandria, she says, what are some techniques you used for good networking?
Honestly, since COVID happened, it helped me a lot. Like the virtual meetings like this, it helped me a lot getting good networking, because like see how many people you connected with today. You're gonna make connections for later on. You're gonna see maybe there's something in connected together. Like you're gonna these kind of virtual meetings helps you to make great connections. Are gonna help you in the future. That's why I became an ambassador for Society of Women Coders. It was like as a community in New York, and I'm living in Egypt, and she came to Egypt. I invited her, and we taught a lot of girls in Egypt coding. They coded their own website. So how did this happen? Because I attended a virtual global conference, and then she know me, and she would like we started chit chatting, and what could we collaborate together, and what can we do? So all of this happens how with networking and attending virtual sessions like this.
And then Danielle says, Salwa, you shared lots of great advice. If someone had to start with one of those actions that you shared, would you say starting with SMART goals, or is one of the other actions you shared the most important?
So we're not gonna just only say SMART. We're gonna see the market, because sometimes we have passion when we love something, but if we're gonna be more realistic, like if you, for example, I'm in a community that don't like, as we said, they don't build airplanes. So if I went to a college and I taught engineering of like the mechatronics of how to do the airplanes and stuff, so I'm wasting my time now, and the market doesn't need me. So I have to be more realistic. First of all, I have to be more realistic, see the community and the market, what does it need? And also because later on, what you love is okay, you do it as a hobby, but your future job, you have to have like enough money to pay your rent, to buy whatever you want, to travel all over the world. You don't have to be like panicked every month if I'm gonna be able to pay the rent or not. You have to be more free. How are you gonna be more free and feel like live your life is finding a job that suits you and pays you more than you expect, so you can live your life. So we could say planning smart, realistic, and like all of them in one package, like one step.
Thank you. We have a couple other questions, but for the sake of time, we'll ask one more, and then I'll have you just answer in the chat. So the next question was from Maya. It says, are there any specific soft skills you specialize in helping others with?
According to every college or every group. So for example, if I'm gonna teach like a group of education, so they're gonna be teachers, so I'm gonna look the top skills, like for example top 5 skills on Google, and search it and see what are the top 5 skills. I like teamwork, communication, like good listening or whatever. So I see the top skills and I start teaching them. So according to the group I have, I start seeing what are the soft skills is going to be the most effective for them, and start working on it.
Awesome. Thank you.